Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the Hilchos KASHRUS of Rabbi Yamin Forst, and we're speaking about the idea that even though there's a mitzvah to eat Pas Yisrael, a bread that was baked by a Jew, there are heterim, there are leniencies that we have that you can eat Pas Palter, you can eat the bread that was baked by a non-Jewish bakery that is being sold commercially. It's understood, he writes, that when are you going to be allowed to eat pas palter, the baker's bread of a non-Jew? That's when it's not easy to find pas Yisrael, the bread that was baked by a Jew. Now, man nikra pas Yisrael motzei. What does it mean that pas Yisrael, that the bread that is baked by a Jew, is found easily? So let's explain what the general principles are to this halacha. Number one, anybody who's able to find pas Yisrael, bread that was baked by a Jew, within the distance of a mill, and the distance of a mill is 18 minutes. It's 18 minutes approximately, and that's not even walking. That's 18 minutes that you would have while you are driving. Some say it's even 24 minutes. So if you could find bread of a Jewish bread within 18 to 24 minutes, then you do not have a heter. There's no leniency to go and eat non-Jewish baked bread. So too, if you are walking, ve'ein loy pas, and you don't have any bread at all, about pas Yisrael motzei b'seich shir arba mil in the front of it, and then you know that 4 mil in front of you, which would be quite longer than that, that would be getting into the 72 minutes to an hour. If you knew that you could travel that far in front of you, also liknos pas palter nochi, you would not be able to buy pas palter. You'd not be allowed to buy the bread of a non-Jew in that particular case. Kol zeh livnei Sfard. This is all if you are Sephardi. We're more machmir, we're more stringent over there of how much you have to go out of your way to get pas Yisrael. Aval b'nei Ashkenaz, but if you're from the Ashkenazi descent, yecholim le'echol pas palter nochi av shenimsa pas Yisrael b'seich shir mil. Even if you could find pas Yisrael in the 18-minute line, you'd still be allowed to eat the bread of a non-Jew baker. If you will fulfill one of the two following things that we're going to speak about. Number one, if you could find pas Yisrael, there's bakeries all around you, pas Yisrael bakeries, but they don't bake the bread as nicely as the non-Jewish baker does. He has special ways, he has special machines, he does things, wow, unbelievable. So therefore, the bread of the non-Jew is better than that of the Jew. According to the Bnei Ashkenaz, Ashkenazim would be allowed to eat pas palter, the bread of a non-Jewish baker or a company that is selling it wholesale or commercially. And secondly, in pas Yisrael motzei aval pas palter nachin imkeres yoser bezoyer. If you could find pas Yisrael easily, you go to the baker. There's 3. Look, we live in a place called Tarzana, California. There's 2 to 3 bakeries in our area over here, so it's not hard to find pas Yisrael, but it's more expensive. And you can go to Ralph's, to the market over here, and you can buy yourself some Wonder Bread with an OU Hechsher. I'm not sure that it has an OU Hechsher, but you can buy one of the breads for a fraction of the cost for a loaf of bread over there. So says Rav Forst, that would also be a heter and a leniency that you could buy pas palter, you could buy the baker's bread of the non-Jew in that case as well. That's only going to be if there's a big enough difference in the cost based on your financial means that it's going to make a difference. It will make a dent in your budget if you buy the regular bread instead of buying the pas Yisrael bread from the bakery. It would seem, says Rav Forst, that you could then buy the pas palter, the baker's bread of the non-Jew in that particular circumstance. Amnam, however, Bishvil hevdom mechir shel kama prutais, if the difference is just a small amount, let's say, for example, a loaf of Pas Yisrael of the Jewish bread will cost $5.50, and a loaf of the regular bread will be of the non-Jewish baker's bread, let's say, is $5 or the like. So it's very close in price. In that case, ein liknois pas palti in Pas Yisrael motzoi. If it's easy to find Pas Yisrael, then a person should push themselves the extra limit, the extra 50 cents, and they should go and buy the Pas Yisrael instead. So again, by the Sfardim, it's more of a chumrah, more machmir and stringent, less of a reason to be able to buy Pas Palter. By Ashkenazim, we have added leniencies of why it is that a person would be able to buy Pas Palter, the baker's bread from the non-Jew, over the Pas Yisrael. But again, if it is easy and you can find it fairly easy in your neighborhood and the cost is not overwhelming, then it would seem to be over here that a person should make efforts to eat Pas Yisrael, the bread that is baked by a Jew. Have a wonderful day.